The carpenter's chest belonged to George Stevens, owner of the sawmill at Araniston. The kitchen cupboard and the dry sink are excellent examples of pioneer antebellum furniture. The food safe in the pantry dates from the period of the house. The bed is believed to have been made by Jacob Stevens from wood milled at his own sawmill on Indian Creek. On the south wall of the bedroom, there are pictures that show how the house looked before restoration. The building was in a bad state of decay. Part of the east wall had fallen away, the roof and second floor were collapsing. The dining room table is from a later period, Victorian, and was the property of Milton Hitchcock, one of Hitchcock's sons. It was made in Colorado, where Milton lived, and was given to the house by his descendants. The table china is in the tea leaf pattern and dates from the period of the house. The glass goblets and serving pieces are also from the period. The lamp would have burned tallow or whale oil. The chairs at the table are Hitchcock chairs. Lambert Hitchcock, a distant cousin of Reverend Hitchcock, operated a famous furniture factory near Barkhamsted, Connecticut. The framed pictures on the wall are the only known pictures of Reverend George and Carolyn Hitchcock. It is possible the two children with the Hitchcocks are their grandchildren, children of their daughter, Mary Tucker. The spinning wheel and Jackson clock date from the period of the house. The stand with drawers was made by Vincent Conrad, who came to the area in 1850 and was the first permanent settler. The stand is made of local walnut, probably milled at Araniston. The decorative box in the parlor is a fine example of tramp art. Through the years, some of the interior walls that formed the upstairs rooms had been changed. During restoration, the positions of the original studs were revealed and the walls and rooms were returned to the original design. The couch in the upstairs hall is from the period of the house and has wooden slats to support the mattress, or tick as it was generally called. The couch was sometimes known as a metamorphic bed, a couch by day and a bed at night. The walnut commode dates from the period of the house and is furnished with Victorian china. Commodes were an important part of bedroom furnishings before indoor plumbing. The handsome walnut rope bed dates from about 1850 and was a gift from Leo Behrens. It took 110 feet of rope to string the bed. The handsome spread over the bed is from the period, and the cherry wood chest of drawers is period. The northeast bedroom also has a rope bed, and coverlet is a real treasure dating from about 1842. On the bed is a shiny brass warmer. Filled with embers, it would be passed between the sheets to warm the bed just before the occupant climbed into bed. The southwest bedroom was furnished by the Nishna Valley Questers. Of the furnishings, only the 2 beds date from the period of the house. The windows offer a fine view of the surrounding country. Fugitive slaves generally came from the west. It is likely that conductors would bring fugitive slaves into the basement through the basement doorway. This would be an added point of caution, necessary if there ever happened to be guests in the house. The large fireplace provided warmth and light. Seated by the fireplace, fugitives could take nourishment. The stone of the basement walls is limestone, while the walls of the house are sandstone. For construction, lighter timbers were sawed at the sawmill, but the heavier timbers were shaped within aids from heavy branches or trunks of walnut or oak trees. Oak pegs and square nails hold the timbers together. Several pegs that join the heavy timbers are visible. The west wall divides the basement into 2 rooms. The wide doorway was originally concealed by a large cabinet. The shelves likely held foodstuffs and appeared to be an ordinary cabinet. It was hinged and could swing open to make an entrance to another room, a secret room. There, fugitive slaves could be hidden in case of a house search. As stated earlier, the Hitchcock cabin had been a station on the Underground Railroad. When the house was built before the Civil War, there was no way of knowing that slavery would be abolished. A secret room would help support fugitive slaves on the road to freedom. Given the premium placed on storage space and space that doesn't freeze, it is very likely the cabinet was generally open for access to foodstuffs and stored supplies.